What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And guys, it's getting hot. It's getting really hot. I have to say that we have a lot of actions, we have a lot of news that might be directly related to our story and that might be related to the major retail community's goal to have fair and transparent markets. And on today's video, I will show you one lawsuit against SEC. I will show you that the Congress is trying to push down the CAT implementation, and at the same time, Congress is trying to help MMTLP community, and it is quite contradictional efforts. On top of that, I will show you that TradeStation is violating the federal laws, and I will show you that potentially AST might help us to find out the real share count and who owns the MMTLP shares. At the same time, this same AST is involved in the scandal, potential scandal of the several QSIP numbers, and I will show you what I'm talking about within just a couple of minutes. But before we dive deep into all of this, guys, please hit the like button for YouTube algorithm and hit the like button for me. You know that for now it is extremely difficult to find useful and important news, but I try to do my best, and that is why, guys, I need your support. And to do it, just click the like button. That's it. So let's start with the news itself. Junk Savvy wrote this tweet 14 hours ago. She said, FOIAs. MMTLP Army has filed hundreds of FOIA requests of the SEC regarding the MMTLP fiasco. All denied, except one, and damn, that one hurt. December the 5th, in fact, bullshitting as we speak. December the 9th, FINRA issues historic Q3 halt citing an extraordinary event has occurred or is ongoing that has had a material effect on the market for security, or has caused or has the potential to cause major disruption to the marketplace or significant uncertainty in the settlement and clearance process. What was in those blue sheets, Sam? And she addressed this question to Sam Dreddy, one of the person who wrote these letters that we have basically for more than 1 year. It is a FOIA letters, and let me show you this screenshot. MMTLP and MMAT matter has now hit my fraud team's radar screen. We are looking at two issues from a fraud and manipulation angle and, in fact, bullshitting both MMAT and MMTLP as we speak. And since, as you can see, this letter was written on December the 5th, since December the 5th, we didn't have any data from these blue sheets. And we tried several times to extract this data. But for now, guys, let me show you that this tweet that was written by Junk Savvy was written in response to a Leonore Tarot tweet that she wrote 16 hours ago. New: the American Securities Association is suing the SEC for a lack of transparency surrounding its enforcement actions and failing to respond to FOIA requests. Full complaint filed this morning here. She added the link. Let me show you that if you click on this link, you will see this lawsuit. As you can see, it was filed on June the 6th of this year, and American Securities Association is a plaintiff and Securities and Exchange Commission is a defendant. Let me show you just a summary of this lawsuit. If you Google this title, Trade Group sues SEC for records on broker-dealer record-keeping fines, you will find this article that is published on Financial Advisor, and let me show you, let me quote you this. The American Securities Association has filed suit in U.S. District Court in Florida to force the SEC to turn over enforcement documents detailing how it arrived at the unprecedented $1.6 million in penalties it levied against the broker-dealers for their record-keeping failures. And guys, this amount is quite substantial, I have to say, And this lawsuit might also help us to see some kind of resolution in this case, and definitely we have to keep an eye on this lawsuit, but I don't think that it might be some kind of overnight procedure that will help us to see some kind of resolution. Definitely we have to wait, but this is quite a good achievement. On top of that, guys, let me show you somewhere here the next news. Anna wrote this tweet 11 hours ago. SEC sued over FOIA. Congress fighting the SEC system. Who protects the people? And she also responded to this news. But what does it mean, Congress fighting the CAT system? And let me show you this. Mark Basil wrote this tweet 15 hours ago in response to LCY Assistance tweet. And he wrote, this clearly demonstrates an unwillingness to help retail. And LCY Assistance wrote, it's amazing to try to sneak in the cancellation of implementation of the CAT system in a random bill. This happens because people like Ken Griffin donate large sums of money to dirty politicians. It's time for retail to take back what's theirs. And here's the document, the screenshot of the document, and among all other bullet points, you can find this one, policy riders. One of the bullet points is following. Prohibits the SEC from implementing or collecting information related to the consolidated audit trail. So guys, you can see that someone in Congress is trying to prevent the implementation of CAT system, and definitely it is not the good side. At the same time, guys, the same Congress, but probably other Congress members are trying to help us, and we know that just recently Ralph Norman and Pete Sessions wrote this letter just a couple of days ago. They wrote this letter that is addressed to SEC that asks for the information in regards to investigation that potentially SEC is performing, and we have a clear deadline that will take place on June 15 of this year. This means we have just a little bit more than 1 week till this deadline, and definitely we have to keep an eye on this news as well. On top of that, guys, let me show you another quite impressive news. Curtis wrote this 9 hours ago. MMTLP, interesting info from Equinity, American stock transfer, in services they offer to avoid post-merger issues. And he added this link to the Equinity website, and let me quote you some details. Post-merger services, between 10 and 20% of shareholders' securities holdings remain unexchanged months after an acquisition. There are many reasons for this, including change of address, non-receipt of shareholder correspondence, confusion about the exchange process, legal questions that need clarification. Whatever the reason, EQ works directly alongside companies to locate unexchanged shareholders and inform them for their options for successfully updating their accounts. And it is quite interesting sentence, don't you think so? To do this, we rely on our first-rate search capabilities, including access to multiple secure databases. Once an individual is located, we initiate contact and follow up with the subsequent outreach until the individual takes the required action. So guys, in other words, I think this paragraph is telling us that they have some kind of access to multiple secure databases, which allows them to find out the real names of shareholders of certain company. Don't you think that this feature of EQ can help us to find out who has the position in MMTLP and next British hydrocarbons, who has a long position, who shorted these shares, and how many shares are there in total? I think even without all shareholders who potentially had to transfer their shares to ST, they can do it, and potentially it is another path to the resolution. But guys, let me show you another quite interesting due diligence. Tommy Donahue wrote this thread, and let me quote you this in details. I have to say that it is quite difficult to read this type of all caps letters, but I'll try to do my best. Maybe this will light a fire under everyone's ass. Everyone that transferred their shares to AST per the suggestion of an individual from Next Bridge Hydrocarbon or based on your own beliefs. You all need to stand up and do whatever it takes to stop what I'm about to lay out. Demand answers and protect your God-given rights. No more sitting on the sidelines. Please follow this thread. Put your feelings aside and start fighting. AST has and had Next Bridge Hydrocarbons at 2 different QSIP numbers, and many more. Everyone is getting exposed right now. He also added this. Yesterday, a valued member of the community and I had a great thread going to push out some knowledge. Metatron listed OTC pink MRNJ is a shell directly tied to MMTLP. They are listed as liabilities in MMTLP. Since TRCH till this very moment, the transfer agent was always the same, except this is what happened. The first American stock transfer merged with the Link Shareholders LLC, which merged with American stock transfer, which merged with Equinity. So guys, quite interesting scheme. Here's some exposure. Go on LinkedIn, type in Sally Morinov, look at where she works and where she works now. And he added this next tweet. Here's the screenshot of Sally Morinov, and here is the second screenshot where she worked, and she worked as Sedona Equity Register and Transfer Incorporated. And she basically works right now for more than 7 years. And she worked for Link Shareholders Services LLC, an affiliate of American Stock Transfer. And I have to say that both of these posts are quite high, Executive Vice President and the President. This means this person might know something about the so-called schemes that might be used in order to have this, in order to basically hide some information. Timmy Donahue also wrote this. You will find William M. O. Who is he? And he also answered, he is the Securities Counsel for Metatron. Go on OTC, type in MRNJ, major broker dealers, hedge funds, and Next Bridge Hydrocarbons' own transfer agent are using shell companies, the OTC UTP, to cut all liabilities from the shares that you own. And he added this screenshot of the QSIP numbers, 2 QSIP numbers. One of them is dedicated to metamaterials and the second one to Metatron. But on the other hand, this is another confluence with the AST, second AST's QSIP number. And guys, this shows that all of these people and all of these companies are working in order to hide this information. And Timmy Donahue also added, I hope everyone is pissed off as I am. The bus isn't filled because NBH transfer agent Equity is allowing this. Below is a link to AQ, read it for yourselves. And he also published the link to the same exact page that I just read to you. And he also added, for the people asking how they did this, here are 2 different QSIP numbers given to me by community members. Yesterday held at AST QSIP 591994371 and QSIP 629999590. I explained it yesterday, but I have a picture to prove it today. Here's this picture that proves his words. 2 QSIP numbers. It is basically a reorganization from one QSIP number to another, and it was made at the very beginning of last year on January the 3rd. And the last tweet that he published just 4 hours ago. More exposure coming. Everyone has the right to ask whoever they want. I don't care if it is a CEO, a regulator, or the SEC. It doesn't matter. Where is our money? So guys, quite interesting investigation, don't you think so? And I have to say that all of our community members are trying to push this case forward, and we achieved a lot. We know so much information right now that is extremely important in our community. On top of that, guys, let me show you another quite interesting news. Practical Stocks wrote this 19 hours ago. Breaking: E-Trade might have violated federal law on protecting customer data and privacy by stating Keith Gill as their customer. And he added this screenshot that financial privacy laws are following. In the United States, the Graham-Leach-Billy Act, GLBA, requires financial institutions to protect the privacy of their customers' non-public personal information. Publicly disclosing that someone is a customer without their consent could be considered a violation of this act. So, we know that for now we have a huge interest to the GME and AMC short squeeze because of the appearance of Roaring Kitty, and I have to admit that E-Trade might violate these rules as well, and we know that E-Trade is the broker-dealer who even violated their own rules by implementing the too late to cancel status for the orders that allegedly were executed with extremely high prices, up to $200,000 per share. And guys, I think all this information might be important for us in order to find out where we are exactly at this very saga and how we have to act in order to push our case forward. That is why, guys, never give up and let's push this case forward together. And guys, let me tell you my personal story. I have a wife and 2 children aged 11 and 15, as well as a small dog. After 30 years of living in Russia near the Baikal Lake, we decided to move. Now we reside in Serbia. Although I don't own any MMTLP shares, I invest a lot of time creating daily MMTLP videos. I have been doing this every day without days off and holidays for more than 1.5 years. Now I wish to buy back this time from my family, from my children. We've agreed that I will ask the MMTLP community to support me and I will give all the money to the children. Therefore, if you believe that I am providing useful content for you and wish to support me, you can join my Patreon account. For $5 a month, I will add your name to my list of supporters if you wish. Thank you in advance. The link you can find in the description below. So, I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. And see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gone live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you.